Well, since you bring that up, gotta talk about how you gotta love manga and light novels, dude, because they be making anything these days. Some of the classics like Dakimakura Runner that came out, I think, earlier this year. This guy's high school crush turned into a Dakimakura pillow, and now he's being chased by the cops because she went missing and he's a suspect. And it's like, man, they really be making anything.
Yeah, there's that chair anime movie too.
Oh, that's
Suzume.
right. Huh?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
The chair anime?
Yeah, there's a chair movie. It's called Suzume. Just to keep it short, this guy transforms into a chair.
Nice.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, the reason I bring that up is because there is a new light novel coming out called The Dark Brown Latina Girl is Aiming for My Body.
I wonder what it's going to be about.
Yeah, so our main character just helps out this foreign girl who's Latina, and she's so thankful for him. She wants to get married and have his kids.
That's crazy. I didn't think Latinos existed in anime.
What are you talking? We got Chad from Bleach.
Oh yeah, that's the first guy that fucking came to my head. You're right.
There's that part in, like, I think it's season 1 of the anime when he's talking about, oh, it's my abuelo. Oh, that's grandpa in Japanese or in Spanish. He's like, aren't you Japanese, Chad? He's like, huh? Oh yeah. They love Spanish words, but yeah, there's not that many Latinos.
Michiko?
Oh, that's true.
No,
yeah,
Michiko to Hachin.
Yeah, that's in Brazil.
That was more like I was gonna say like a Southern American, like Brazil vibe. That was a good anime.
Yeah, that series is awesome.
I think this girl, I don't think she's gonna be like Mexican. She's probably gonna be like one of the ethnicities from South America. She's probably gonna be Peruvian. A lot of Japanese people go to Peru. Just saying.
Do they?
Peru had a Japanese president at one point, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking fact check you right now, dude. Hold on.
Yeah, you fucking do it then.
Oh my god. Okay, Alberto Kenya Fujimori Inomoto.
That's what a name.
Peruvian former politician, professor, and engineer who served as president for 10 years. 1992-2000. Okay, there we go. Oscar's right. We need a sound effect whenever that happens.
God, yeah, because I guess it doesn't happen often, huh?
But yeah, that's gonna be fun. You know, silly rom-coms.
I feel like we haven't even hit peak yet.
No.
With all of this coming out, man. There's a lot more that can happen. If we're just going to like mundane household objects, then I don't know what the limit is, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as long as like it's a fun like series, like I don't want to say shitpost tier, but like, you know, as long as like there's enough in there to be like, yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't know. Not all of them are gonna be like hitters for me. I think a while back I remember seeing. I tried giving it like 30 minutes of my time. There was a series that came out, I think the last season or the season before, something about I died and turned into a vending machine.
Oh yeah,
I tried watching that and I did not enjoy it.
Can I bring it back really quick to the chair anime, because I just read something interesting.
Oh,
Shinkai, the director of Your Name, who's also directing Suzume, I think he went crazy during COVID. That's why this anime was made. It was influenced pretty much in Tokyo, for instance. Like, the state of emergency for all the lockdowns was like super intense. So I feel like he was looking at a chair for too long. Then he's like, I can make an anime out of that. But literally, it's like that. He's like, it feels like we're all being forced. Our souls are being forced in a very rigid and awkward moving chair.
Ah, I see.
So,
yeah,
you know, that's a take for sure.
That's something, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe people are going crazy and then they're making this stuff.
I think that's how a lot of stuff happens. Like, freaking Evangelion's like the perfect example. Ano was like, he was like, I have no idea what to do for like the second half of the series, and then he started realizing, he's like, oh wait, I'm just severely depressed, and then we got the rest of what Evangelion is.
Yeah, I think a lot of good works have come from niche moments in their lives. I think this week I went through a lot of memes. What's his name? Hideo Miyazaki, the guy that does
With Dark Souls?
I thought that was the other Hideki.
Okay. You know, you're talking about Ghibli, right?
Ghibli, yeah. I'm talking about that Miyazaki. I saw memes in comparison between him and Junji Ito, and their personalities are so fucking different. It's so funny. Like,
yeah,
as a child, like, you do not think about where all of this stuff comes from, just the fact that it's there. So, like, things like Totoro, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, you're like, oh, these are great. Like, I can enjoy these whether I'm a child or an adult or whatever. And then, like, you see, like, an interview with Miyazaki or whatever, and he's like, I don't enjoy life. I fucking hate colors. I fucking hate the way my food tastes. It's like, I can't wait to die.
I hate my son. He's ruined my work.
That's not funny. Junji Ito, you know, they do interviews with him, and he's just so like childish, like rambunctious.
He's like, I love
just,
cats.
You know, he's just a giddy guy.
Neko neko nyan and
Very
shit
funny
like
dude.
that. Yeah.
I remember he actually did I think it's a one shot he did about his cat in real life.
Yes.
His girlfriend at the time before he became his wife, like had a cat. The pattern on the cat like kind of looked like a skull. And I remember that one shot. That was a good one shot, man. I think I guess my point that I'm trying to make here is like, we take what we want to take from our experiences, from our perspectives, from our moments. Miyazaki, in the best way I could put it, is the most like functional depressed man I've ever heard of in my fucking life. Lives in the moment to be miserable, and that's fine, I guess. No shame on him for doing that. I really wish it wasn't like that, but I mean, he is who he is, right? Who are we to change that? In the same token, you know, we have Junji Ito. Anybody who's read any of his work, a couple of them I know for sure will definitely make you think, what the fuck did I just read right now? I'm always going to point back to The Fault.
The Fault of Amigara. Yeah.
Dude, The Fault. That'll make anybody just be like, really, what the fuck did I just read right now? And I think that's great. I don't even know what kind of headspace he was in at that. And I think if I can ask him anything about, and it's going to sound really random, but it's just like, if I can ask him anything, assuming that he would remember, I would have been like, dude, what did you even fucking eat that night? The moment you were done making that fucking that fucking series,
Some kind of
that
some
one
kind
shot
of pastry or something.
He just had he was probably watching Harry Potter or something with his wife after,
Doing a puzzle. I don't know.
It's great, man. It's just, last thing I'll talk about Junji Ito is his show is finally going to come to Adult Swim.
Uzumaki.
I think he's doing Uzumaki, but I don't think that he's stopping with Uzumaki. I think that's just the first one he's doing. And there was technically already a movie for Uzumaki, but I think this is just going to be like a remake, like a new serialization for it. I think it's going to be 1-to-1 still, but in 2024 it's going to look really nice. So I'm really excited for that.
Well, dude, that thing it's crazy that's coming out. It wasn't a movie recently, but it wasn't even like 3 years ago maybe. Uzumaki already had an anime, but everyone hated it because it looked so bad that they're doing it again. Like, that is insane.
A lot of his other work is really like on par. Like, I don't think that Uzumaki is the best story he's ever written. But I like to think that a lot of his other work is just freaky in its own right, and I would love to see that shit animated. He did one about, fish. It was called, Yo. The plot revolved around something along the lines of there were, dead fish just, randomly, walking on land. It gets to the point where they're, starting to attack, humans and stuff like that. And just, everybody's just trying to escape. So, of course, Japan being a small island, in the sense that it is small relative to other land masses, they're getting swarmed with just all sorts of fish and stuff like that. And I think that there's one point there's an undead shark, and I think the really cool thing about it is they mutate. They're still dead, but somehow they're all their bodily functions are working. They'll adapt. So at one point they're getting fucking attacked by this great white shark or whatever, and they're getting up somewhere high, and they're like, oh, we're safe. This thing isn't going to chase up the stairs or anything like that. And then the shark mutates, and it fucking grows legs. And it just starts chasing them up the stairs through the fucking house, through walls and shit like that. It's fucking great. I would love to see some of that shit animated. Uzumaki is kind of like a slow terror kind of thing. Yeah, it's more of a thriller, is the way I would say it.
I don't know. I would call it horror too. A lot of body mutilation.
Absolutely, you're right. It encompasses a lot of what you're saying, slow burn. So things aren't happening spontaneously or anything like that, but they happen so.
They get weirder.
I don't want to use the word visceral, but it's vivid. It's it's real, And reading it, you already have a certain expectation, a way your imagination plays out, the noises, the sounds, the fucking way bodies curdle, and like how we're gonna see it though. That's gonna be great. I hope that if they also release this simultaneously on Max, that there's gonna be like an uncensored version, because like we're gonna have to imagine that a lot of the stuff is gonna be blacked when it gets to certain scenes.
Yeah,
that's just the way it is, right? We're gonna put it on TV, and I get that. Any media is better than no media at all. It's the same thing I said about Berserk. But I just hope that, somewhere along the line, like they anticipate that the audience would want to see like an uncensored version of that. That'd be great.
I think we're just gonna have to wait for the Blu-ray, unfortunately, because I don't know. It's weird. Like Smiling Friends, season 1, it's censored for like curse words on Max, and then we watched season 2 right after, and it wasn't censored anymore. Yeah, usually it's not until like the Blu-ray when they just take all the censorship off.
Hopefully it won't be that long. You're really the guy who still buys a lot of Blu-rays. Do you feel like there's like a time frame, like maybe like a month or 2 months?
These days, I don't know about like TV series and stuff, but like with movies, yeah, it's only like 3-4 months after it gets released from theaters that it's going to be on Blu-ray now. Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling, that's already out on Blu-ray, I think this week. And I was like, oh dang, like that movie just came out like not that long ago, in May.
Generally what I'm thinking is it's been about 2 months since then. So generally after that, is when I would expect to see something come out. I mean, I feel like that time frame makes a lot of sense.
And then with like, I think the even digital releases for stuff, it's like a month earlier from physical.
When did Furiosa come out? Furiosa is coming on Max, I think.
It's soon, right?
Tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, Furiosa came out in May.
I think it's tomorrow. I'm going to check right now. I'm pretty sure, because I was looking, trust me, I was bored this week.
August 16th, yeah, at midnight. Yeah, so tonight, as of this recording, to date the episode, it'll be out. Yeah, so that's only like 3 months, and that's already going on Max. But at the same time, that movie didn't do well at the box office, sadly. So it kind of makes sense, like, all right, let's just push it out on Max now.
Fuck everybody. I love Mad Max. You liked it, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't see it.
I just don't feel like Mad Max is a popular series as it used to be. And I don't really know at what point it was really killed. I think this might just be speculation on my part, but I just think that because it was so synonymous with Mel Gibson, and then Mel didn't do good for a while, Mel just kind of dropped off. Like nobody is like kind of wanting to go back and revisit like all of the good things that he did do, like Mad Max, and just talk about like, oh yeah, like this is still good. I'm just talking out of my ass.
I would disagree, just because Fury Road is the most popular one. I think the biggest problem was the time frame. Like, it took Fury Road was, I think, 9 years ago already. There's a lot of rights disputes with George Miller and Warner Brothers. He wasn't going to get like the correct amount of royalties and stuff or whatever, so they were just having this long dispute, and then he finally got the rights back, and then now he could finally film the movie. And then I think COVID was also like a factor into that and stuff, and just, it's a good movie. But yeah, if it would have came out sooner, probably would have been a lot better, or at least like more successful, I mean.
Do you think movies hold up well? Big budget movies that come out, like, I don't know, any big budget movies that came out, let's say in the last 5 years, like let's say to a movie that you would have seen 10 or 15 years ago, you get a nostalgia hankering for wanting to watch something in your childhood, something that you probably watched 1,000 times or whatever. Yeah. So to you, it put it on a pedestal. Whether you have like an objective look at it or not, like it's just something that you would obviously refer back to, right? It's like your standpoint. When I think about that, I think about like, are there any movies I want to say that came out recently, and I just want to say within the last 5 years or so, because I can see the distinction obviously between a movie that came out 10 to 15 years ago and the budget and, the kind of effects and stuff that we were working with versus something that came out recently, and still feel like I get that same feeling like, oh yeah, I remember this big movie that came out 5 years ago. Oh yeah, I get that same feeling watching it, today as I did back then, versus the same way I would with the movie that I watched 10 or 15 years ago. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Let's see. Well, like recent movies, I haven't really gone and watched a lot. Like if there was anything I would have seen recently, it would have been more of like just the comic book stuff or like video game movies. Oh yeah, 2022, The Northman. That's a freaking great movie. Like I'd be down to go and rewatch that, just because like of how like stylized it is and like the way the direction is and just the characters and stuff like that. But like, I mean, you know, I saw Way of Water at home. I don't care about that movie. Yeah, I mean, it looks nice, but that's kind of it. But yeah, they definitely don't carry that kind of rewatchability weight like you're talking about. Like, I mean, shoot, like the past week, I've just been rewatching the old X-Men movies, you know, after seeing Deadpool and Wolverine, just because I'm like, I start thinking of remembering scenes. Fuck it. Okay, all right, click play. Let's watch this right now. And I kind of jumped around in weird movies. Like, what did I do? I did Origins, X2, and then the first X-Men. And that's all I've seen so far. I'm like, that X3 rewatches. I could feel it. It's calling to me.
That's a hard watch, brother. The Last Stand.
But
dude.
there's like good moments in there. I keep seeing clips online too. Yeah, the Danger Room stuff, and like, there's so many cool moments in there.
My favorite moment is where Iceman gets cucked.
Oh my god.
Big blockbuster movies, they're just there. I don't know. Who's going to remember Borderlands? I'll tell you, I won't, because I didn't see it, and I don't think I plan to.
Here's the thing about how I feel about it. I'm not going to pay to see it. If I end up coming across it, if I see it playing in a Costco, I might stop for a few minutes. If I was going to go based off of a memory of what I want to remember about Borderlands, I'm going to pick the game over the movie. I don't feel like... I guess in my mind, the way I classify it is it's not source material. It would make sense, like, if you were asking somebody who's just coming into Borderlands, or isn't really coming into Borderlands at all, just, like, watching it for what we were talking about last episodes, those reasons for normies who didn't play the game but want to know what the game is about. And this is going to be, like, a foul experience. Yeah. So just like last time, my answer is the same. Just watch a fucking no commentary walkthrough. Enjoy like real good jokes that were written by the fucking storyboard directors and you know, stuff like that from the game, because those are all great. Those are what really like build the fandom. If you do ever plan on giving it a try, Danny, if anything, you would probably end up enjoying the game mostly because of a character. I think his name is Scooter.
I don't know. I tried Borderlands 1 back on the PS3. I wasn't liking the gameplay.
I haven't gone back to 1. I know that it came out, the remaster came out, and I've been thinking about getting it, but I still haven't gotten it just yet. If anything, I'd probably play the second one. I think that the quality of life for that one just definitely improved. But story-wise, yeah, it wouldn't really make sense if you just start with 2.
Well, funny you bring up source material in video game adaptations, because we got that interview with the main actor that's going to play Kiryu Kazuma in the Yakuza series. And I'll say, like, the article title is very, like, clickbaity, but basically he breaks down saying that he didn't play the games because he was told not to, because they're going to be essentially doing their version of the story, and they don't want him to be try to force like an imitation of the original Kiryu performance.
So basically, if he played the game, then he would just like by instinct try to act like Kiryu instead of imagining what Kiryu is like.
I would guess that the way they're writing it, it's gonna probably feel a little different because it's a television limited series versus like a 40-hour video game. So maybe like there's a certain direction they want to keep Kiryu going, and he might just have influence from the game. And of course, you know, like he mentions in there, it's like, oh yeah, I always knew about the series, I just never had time to play, and I just never realized how much of a global phenomenon Yakuza was. So he's very excited to be part of this.
That's rad, dude. I hope that maybe after he's done, they do let him give him a try if he's really interested.
And see, like, the way they were phrasing it, it's like, yeah, that's how you say it. Not like the Halo people that were just going, oh, we didn't want to play the games because we don't want to do anything like that. We want our own story with these characters. And it's like, no, you're going at it wrong, guys. Come on. So I'm still looking forward to it. I hope we get a trailer soon because it's supposed to be coming out in like 2 months.
This is going to start in 2004 when he gets out?
Yeah, it's the first game. We're also going to get, I guess we're getting flashbacks as well back into the 90s, like right before Dojima gets murdered. And I think that's also to help with Nishiki's side of the story, right? To see like his essential downfall into like who he became like during those 10 years.
Do you think he's going to have a sister still? That was pretty central. Yeah, that was like super central to his character. Like that was the whole reason why. No, that was one of the reasons why that, you know, he ended up being the way he was after everything was said and done.
Yeah.
But they might change that up. I also think, you know, since they're changing things up, you know, they might end up changing Kiryu's character a little bit. he's a very stoic person, you know, like he said, he's a man of few words, honestly, unless you just talk to him. Because it's more of a serialization, like a drama serialization, I guess. I'm just speculating that they're going to go in that route, and it would make sense for like an Amazon Prime thing. The Boys is kind of like that, you know, very like dramatized thing, you know. That would definitely need to change somewhat, which I'm not really like say that I'm not here for that or anything like that, because it's nice when, I guess, if we're going to have a fresh take on this version of Kiryu, you know, somebody like a protagonist, a main character who would need to, you know, be very like somebody who upholds their justice a lot. That's what I imagine Kiryu is like when he's talkative. He is quite literally the man-child who watched Kamen Rider every fucking day in the morning growing up and be like, Yatta! You know, and be like, I'll fucking kick your ass, evildoer, you know? Like, that's, you know, how I imagine he is on a base level. So just adding that with, you know, emotional intelligence and age and wisdom and the fact that he was in prison, you know, very like a self-perspective kind of mentality, you know? Like, he's very like objective and existential in the way where he can imagine and picture himself around everyone else. That's why he's always so like quick to just be like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I just gotta go away. I just gotta run away. You know, I gotta change my name. I gotta be a taxi driver. He's just like, I think the best thing for me is to remove myself from the situation. So he's very like, I can think in the third perspective. I can have a thought about somebody else's thought about another person. And I just hope that a lot of this is being retained by this character. You know, lose the stoicism. I get that. Keep everything else.
I mean, I'm sure we will. You know, like, he does talk a lot in, like, the side quests. You know, like, at least the big ones, there's always, like, an important lesson to learn. You know, and he gets real deep with those characters. I doubt we're going to see any side stuff, because, you know, they did confirm, like, yeah, he's not going to be doing any karaoke.
I hope that they don't change the name of some of the places, like Bantam. Is that the bar's name, right? Bantam? Where they find Nanako? Nanako. It's not Nanako.
Well, I'm sure they'll keep the names. It's all fictional names. You know, they're just based off of real locations.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. 2 months is not a long time.
Yeah, so it's the 24th of October. The first 2 episodes will premiere, and then they'll do the weekly schedule for the last 4. But hey, with adaptations coming in, dude, we got a good look at a bunch of concept art and ideas for Wit Studios' One Piece remake. You know what? Yeah, I'm hyped.
Dude, this remake looks really cool. I like the art style that they're going in with. It makes me think that every scene looks like a page that you would see in a children's storybook. The little thumbnail that you shared with Luffy on the steps, talking to that little girl in Kobe, I can almost tell that there is going to be like, it looks like a cell shade model, so it'll like render some parts 3D, but it like still encapsulate the art style. I think that was like the one thing that Berserk was missing there. It was that they didn't really map the CG. They just decided to CG when they want to, and it just stuck out from everything else that was 2D. Where in this one, it looks like it's going to be really like blendable. Everything is going to look seamless.
Well, but that's just concept art, though. That's not like an actual still from the show.
I'm going to wait till the trailer comes out. I'm willing to bet on that.
Yeah, I mean, the colors look great. I did miss like the old art style for One Piece, so it's just fun to see it pop up again. You know, this is another interesting one, too, where the directors, there was an interview for them when all this concept art was coming out. And they mentioned when they talked to Oda, he told them, like, you know what, guys, like you know, it's great that you're doing this, but you don't have to do a one-to-one adaptation of the manga. Like, I want your guys' vision also implemented into this. What's going to change by having, like, their kind of take on it?
They're going to make Usopp white.
Little do you know, he's always been pale-skinned.
I don't understand why everyone thought he was from the Congo. I don't know where they got that. Such a weird idea. I mean, dude, if you look at his dad, isn't his dad blonde? Yaosop?
No. Yes. Well,
No?
it's like, it looks bleached.
Yao.
Yeah, he's got like dark
No.
yellow dreads.
Well, this picture, he is
Except in the
black.
flashback, yeah. Oh, right here too.
Let's say brown.
I'm gonna say yes for the answer.
People also ask, does Yasop love his son?
The answer is no.
No, come on, they had that moment in Film Red.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
That was fucking awesome, yeah.
I have to write down the movies that I have not seen.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch Gold. I fell asleep watching that.
Yeah, I should rewatch that one. I need to I thought that one was fun.
Yeah, the later movies are fucking crazy. They look fun too.
Well, yeah, that's Oda saying like, "All right, guys, it's my turn to write the movies." Okay.
And it's always a fuking celebration too, dude.
I think the last one that I saw was with the
Yuta.
what was the one with the pirate who can do the 100
Huh?
and does like 100 times something or 100 minus something, Captain World or something like that. I don't
Oh,
know what
you're
his
you're
name
talking
is.
about 3D2Y.
Yeah, that was the last one that I saw. That came out after Strong World, didn't it?
You didn't watch Uta though, dude? That one's great.
I did not watch the musical one. No, I'm not a super big fan of
Wow,
musicals. Though.
guess the oh my.
Dude.
You can leave, man. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie rocks. The music's awesome.
Mhm.
And it's
Don't me the fuck.
like the main villain is a musical piece himself or whatever.
Oh, that was so cool.
So take that with you will.
I will say though, definitely a power of friendship type of fucking thing. But it's One Piece,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, all right, I'll check it out.
yeah, you will.
I really want to watch 6 again. 6
Yeah,
is my
6 is
favorite.
great.
Baron, was it Baron?
Baron of Matsuri Island.
Yeah.
And dude, the plot so
Yeah.
good, bro. And man just wanted to keep the party going because he loved his friends.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's just mad at Usopp's skin tone because they got Twitter brain rot and all that. And it's like, no, that's just how he was in the pre-time skip, bro. Like, come on.
Y'all confusing Usopp with Soga King, bro. Soga King is black. I don't know what you...
King is black. For sure.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen it lately, but yeah, it's him, Vivi, and Robin. Like, everyone draws them like super tan now.
Oh, that's right. Robin was like
Oh, yeah.
slightly... No, she
Yeah,
wasn't
she was.
slightly
She
tan,
was slightly.
right? She
Yeah.
Okay,
was?
no. Yes and no.
Honestly, on the boat when she met Luffy, that's when I
Yeah,
remember
she
her
was-
being tan. But everything before that, when she was wearing purple, I don't remember
She's
her being
only
tan.
tan in the anime because the anime studio didn't know that she wasn't tan. It's a very common manga to anime adaptation. You know, like with like Vegeta's armor, like how it's like all those different colors, and it's like, yeah, no, what are you guys doing? That's not what his armor was supposed to look like.
What was it supposed to be?
His armor, it's just, you know, the white and blue and yellow instead of like the brown.
There were other colors besides blue, white, and yellow.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I remember
this
Krillin
alternate.
had a black one. I don't remember that.
No, so like when he first showed up in the anime with Nappa, like as they were flying towards Earth, the armor color was like, yeah, it was like a burnt orange, kind of greenish hue on the chest and the.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll put it in the chat.
And then Toriyama was like, "The fuck are you guys doing? That's not what the armor's supposed to look like." And then they fixed it by the time you got to Earth. Yeah, so it happens all the time. And then eventually, you know, I think it was with the time skip they de-tanned Robin, but they kept the blue eyes.
I don't know. I think Usopp is black.
I think he's
Japanese black.
I think he's from Brazil.
Yeah, because what is it when the Netflix show came out? Didn't an article come out or something with Oda just saying, yeah, all the nationalities are that everybody is depicting on the show is just how I wanted them to actually be.
No,
I thought that there was probably a discussion about that.
So,
Okay, I was wrong.
You're not necessarily
Take your word
wrong.
for it.
It was after they picked up Frankie, so I'm gonna guess like Thriller Bark era during one of the SBSs, which is, you know, the questions on the back of all the volumes. Somebody asked like, "Hey, if One Piece took place in the real world, where would all the Straw Hats be from?" Okay, I got it mixed up. Luffy's supposed to be from Brazil, Usopp's Africa, Robin's Russian, Frankie's American, Sanji's French, Zoro's Japanese, Nami's Swedish, Chopper's Canadian. That's pretty funny. And then Brooks from Austria.
Is it me or do I feel like Nami and Sanji should be switched?
No.
No, I think that's right. I mean, a lot of Sanji's attacks are like
Fine
it's
dining
French
cuisine.
Yeah, but Sweden also has a lot of cuisines too.
No.
My initial thought, and I know this is stupid, but I think of a lot of fucking French. I think of like a lot of burglars, like cat burglars and things like that. Like fucking Carmen Sandiego. I think of France. I think of French.
Okay.
No, that's fair.
But you're wrong, though. I'm just
I
kidding.
think a lot of his attacks, though, I think they are French cuisine.
Yeah, they are. It's all like French words.
Shambles.
Yeah, but basically, this is everyone's Bible when it comes to live action casting, which, you know, we did get to see with the first 5 members in the live action show. I'm sure they'll keep it up. I wonder what kind of Canadian deer they're gonna get for Chopper. That'll be something.
I should.
Fucking Canadian. It's gonna be a raccoon, bro.
Okay, so you could put. All right, look. You could put Nami as French if you put Sanji as Boston.
I'm so down,
Yeah,
bro.
because you know Sanji's hanging out with Joey Wheeler, dude.
Fuck
you
yeah,
know,
dude.
Smoking stogs on the stoop. Hey, Sanj, make me a Philly.
Make me a chop of cheese.
Did you guys read that? Did you guys read, what is it? 23? 11/23?
I don't think it came out for me, at least.
No, I read 11/22. That was the last one I read. I think there's a break this week.
Surprise, 23 didn't leak yet. It says it's coming out in 3 days on the app.
11/22 is freaking awesome though. Was not expecting Kobe to be anti-Luffy.
He has to be.
Yeah, I just
Since day one though. Yeah.
it really felt like they were building Kobe up to be the new Garp.
Day one hater. Luffy's first hater.
For real though. No, well, I think his first hater was Kobe's best friend.
Oh, Meppo?
Meppo.
No.
Dude, that guy's great. I like how he's strong too.
Yeah, he
It's not like he was just like he's not just like a
definitely had a
shitter.
glow up.
He's also a part of Swords too. I think he's a part of Swords, right?
Yes, he
he's
is.
part of Sword.
So funny, dude.
Yeah, so like I said, guys, like they had to fucking take somebody out. No, he came back. Fucking asshole. A couple of them were like sent back immediately.
Oh yeah, they all got sent back except Saturn, which
Yeah.
was very interesting.
The hockey, that shit's crazy, dude.
Dude,
The
The
little
little
hockey ball.
fucking rope.
and the fact that concept has been around since pre-time skip is wild.
That he can just
You can
put a
store
bomb
hockey
in there.
Well, that's not a bomb. Yeah, it's Conqueror's hockey.
Well, what I'm saying is he used it like a bomb. It's a hockey bomb. He stored his hockey somewhere and expelled it.
But that's how Conqueror's hockey works, anyways.
When was the last time that happened?
So the first time it was shown in the series, it wasn't with hockey, but it was on the Sky Island that Nami landed on with the wizards. And they were explaining all the technology they had, and it's like, oh yeah, look at these ropes with the knots. When we untie them, like it shoots out wind, like it could store energy in them. And that's the last time we saw something like that.
That is interesting. But it would make sense that even like someone like Joy Boy knew of like Sky Islands, you know?
That had to have been old technology then.
Yeah, it's old tech. I don't know if it's necessarily like Sky Tech.
Well, I don't know. You might be right about that, but I just think like could be tech specific to this area, which is only possible because they were in the sky. That's what I would say. Because I don't think that they would have found out about that in any other capacity. You know, those scientists live there for a reason.
They're just there to just study like weather.
Like, if my point is that it's an island for them to do that. Like, it's the perfect place to do that in the sky. That Sky Island for weather.
Yeah.
There could have been a weather island on the what is it? The Red Line?
The Grand Line?
The Grand Line. No, where are they at now?
The Grand Line.
They already passed the Grand Line, right? The Grand Line, yeah. Okay, so they could have made a weather island because they've already discussed that there are islands with extreme weather conditions. So it's very possible and feasible that they could have done that. I'm just saying, like, the way I would put it is it would make sense to me because, number one, it's an island in the sky. Number two, it just happens to be a sky island in a particular place where they can observe and see all of these phenomenons happening. So, like, this knot could have existed as sky technology, not available to every sky island, but native to this region of sky islands.
Okay, I see what you're saying. It's either like old technology or just Sky Island technology that we just never saw before. It sucks the robot died though. Kind of wanted to see a little more of like I'm sure we'll probably get more lore hopefully like later down the line.
She went out like a champ.
I really wish Zoe could talk to Luffy. Why is it that, like, for whatever reason now, it's like he can hear everything that are specifically, like, things that specifically know Joy Boy, right? Like, he can hear their voices, but, like, I feel like he should have been able to hear Zoe. Even, he's a giant elephant. I feel like it's just like Adventure Time. Like, he's a fucking psychic ancient tandem war elephant. Like, he just has some sort of mind link that he can do. Like, it just seems plausible to me that he should be able to speak and, like, learn more about Joy Boy. And I just feel like something like that isn't going to happen, I don't know, probably for, like, an arc or two. I think it kind of makes me upset thinking about how he's going to come onto, like, learning all of this stuff. which at the same time makes sense because I don't think he would learn about it if it weren't for the fact that Robin is with him.
Yeah.
You know, like all of this shit is tied together. So one parts aren't going to be left out from each other, and I get that. I'm not looking forward to them going to an island or whatever, and then just meeting somebody that tells them about this lore, versus them finding a poneglyph or something that has the truth on it. To me, that would be better, but not likely. I feel like that diminishes the ancient Joy Boy and all the mystery there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of whatever with it, I think, because, I mean, yeah, half the important stuff we know is from poneglyphs, and then the other half is, like, people told Robin, like, directly, like, what it is. I just think Zoe didn't talk to Luffy because Momonosuke was there, you know, like, that was, like, Momonosuke's moment to be doing something.
Oh, man, child had to grow up and do something. It really does suck for that kid, though. I feel bad for him and his sister. That shit is not fun, dude.
Well, they're the same age now, so that's good.
Physically. I finally finished Fable. I finished part 2.
Oh, nice.
The anime is still going. I don't know I think that might stop at 26. That might be right past Kubo. Because I think after Kubo there was just Saramura. Or it was actually a little bit more than that. But yeah, I did enjoy the second part. It wasn't as long, but reading his notes per volume, it was actually like 3 volumes longer than it was supposed to be. But I gotta say, I really like the way that he wrote it. To me, it just seems like it's one giant arc. Yeah, it's just like one continuous arc. It's just one whole thing, like 86 chapters or something like that, you know? And I just thought it was badass. That's actually a pretty cool thing. Assassin versus assassin almost, you know? The way it turned out was pretty cool too. I think it was a very real, a real ending. The only thing that I don't like about it was like the whole plot twist about who Rumor was, and then who Fable was, and then who owns them both. That's kind of shitty. People actually died, but whatever. It was like you basically just tested people you already said you were going to let go for no reason. And then after everything was said and done, he ends up killing all of them anyway. What was the point then? Like, He
just wanted him to feel humanity. And I guess Akira didn't want to kill anybody besides the one who had to be killed. It seems like what boss tried to get through to him was working, because this dude got married. I think he still had the bird, right? Yeah. He got the bird. He is friends with that chapter of the Yakuza, at least with the boss. There's that, and even though they're cutting off ties with them, I'm pretty sure they're like, if you guys ever come back, don't. But if you do, there's a bed to stay or some shit like that. Although I'm pretty sure none of that was said. I'm pretty sure like they were assassins and they were under the help of Ebihara and his crew. Once everything was done, they had to, for their own good, like stop talking to everybody there, I guess. So I guess all of this was to just try to make Akira human again, or make Yoko and Akira human.
I think the only part about that doesn't make sense is, again, if he had already told that he was going to let Akira and Yoko go free, why even drag them back? He was aware, I'm talking about Boss. Boss was aware at least that the dude who was like basically running rumors was attempting to try and hunt Fable, because he knew all of the things that he was doing and all the people he was ordering and all the people he brought in. It just seemed like at any point he didn't really seem like he was going to stop it. He's just like, oh, this is interesting. I'm going to see how this plays out.
Probably a backward-ass way to get rid of everything and everybody, all the evidence. Besides, though, too, he wants to keep alive.
That does make sense.
If Akira was going to kill anybody, he was going to kill Akira, because he's too far gone. Yeah, seeing as how, like, he wasn't going to, or I forgot who he killed, but he only killed, like, one person, and everybody else he just, like, damaged.
Akira didn't kill anybody, though. It was Asami. It was the guy with the glasses.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So he had to, like, I don't know, be exiled or killed or something. I think that was left in the air, left open.
Their punishment was he doesn't get to die, but they all have to split apart. And, like, so basically they had to leave the warehouse, and they weren't allowed to be with each other anymore. The guy in the dreads and
Asami.
The guy in the glasses. Yeah, Asami. Yeah, I don't know. That's that. I guess that was like my big confusion there, and it was like more of like I can understand it making sense if like he just kind of like writes a quick author's note and said no, the boss wasn't aware of what this guy was doing. But I just don't think that was the case, because by the end of everything, he's having that discussion with this dude, and he's just like, I think Akira is like the one that figured it out. He's like, I think the guy that runs your business is the same guy that ran my business. We got the same boss, and I don't even know if you were aware of that, but he knew the whole time. I don't know, but just bringing it back to like me talking about it, it was a really great series. Like I really enjoyed it. It's really nice to break apart from just like shonen shit. Like it's such a good anime as it is too. And I'm looking forward to seeing if the second part of the series gets animated. Maybe they make a movie from it. I don't know. It might do well. But yeah, I'm gonna keep watching the series. I think they're at like maybe 20 episodes this week, so they're almost done, I think.
Well, I'm finally glad we all decided to read the Fable.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. You're welcome.
Yeah, I do need to start second contact. I haven't dove into that yet.
It's short.
I did not mean to spoil a lot of shit for you.
Oh, it's okay.
Sorry.
I was
not paying attention.
You know, it's also surprising too, though. It's 25 episodes for the Fable, I think, according to my anime list here. Same thing for, I think, season 2 of Tower of God. It's also going to be like 25 or 26.
Season 1 was 26, wasn't it?
No,
or it was 13.
It was 13.
You know what's funny? You know what we didn't get a second season of, or at least as far as I'm aware, did not get announced.
Which one? I already know.
No God of High School.
Yep.
Crazy. Crazy.
I want to say crazy, but it wasn't well received. Like not even like the good fight scenes could have saved the anime, from what I understand.
Who was the studio for High School again?
It was.
It wasn't Wit, was it?
Oh, Mappa.
Mappa.
I thought it was Mappa too. I was like, I remember it being a really big one.
Dang.
Not even Mappa could save the anime.
Oh, fuck.
Shouldn't have skipped so much
Shouldn't
shit.
have fucking dragged it out. I'm sorry. They should have just... See, okay, look.
Oh,
look,
boy.
There's a point in the whole fucking, like, manhwa where it was changed from the God of High School, right? To the God. That you could just drop high school.
Yeah.
It's literally just that.
For real,
just
dude.
the God.
I remember very clearly from the weekly recordings that we would do for the webtoons, and when we were still reading God of High School, I think like one of my biggest complaints was like, how many chapters are we in right now, and when was the last time high school was even fucking mentioned, bro? Like there have been too many time skips. These people are more than like 3 whole high school. No. High school is only 4 years, bro. Like, these people could, in the entire series, these people could have gone to high school, like, over 50 times. This shit is a lot. It's pretty ridiculous. It's fucking funny, dude. Yeah, that whole series is a mess. I don't think that it's going to get picked up again.
Well, it sucks to Lookism, no season 2. That's almost 2 years ago now as well.
Just give it the Berserk treatment. Find a spot where... I would say like where Fat Daniel stops becoming Fat Daniel, and pick up right there and just animate all that.
That's way too far.
There's no way in hell we're gonna
You're talking about skipping Hostel.
There's no way in hell we're gonna get greenlit for Hostel, dude. That shit is still far, man. All right, I want to keep a positive mind because I fucking love Lookism, but god damn it, there's too much fucking exposition and slice of life bullshit you have to fucking muddle through.
Do you remember there would be an entire arc, like I bet like 30 episodes or more just to Eli, bro. Oh, because remember there was like the whole flashback, and his flashback was like, I think 30 or 35 chapters. I don't even remember.
Yeah, just Eli and his old thing with Hostel and Big Mom. Yeah, that could be a whole fucking spin-off on its own, honestly. I thought you were gonna mention when it was Hot Daniel. And he went on the fucking, like, school trip with his friends. He's like, oh, this is what Friends feels like. I'm like, that's probably going to be fucking 10 episodes right there, dude.
I remember that, yeah. It was the last time that we honestly saw Crystal.
Oh, yeah.
No, that wasn't the last time.
Crystal Choi. I'm just saying, no, real Crystal.
Oh!
Real Crystal Choi.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the last time that you really saw her. All of a sudden, it's just like, fuck the slice of life, dude. We're just going balls to the wall. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Now, how is this gonna work? That's what I'm like. I thought about that not too long ago, and I was like, now that Fat Daniel isn't Fat Daniel, he's just Small Daniel. Crystal Choi is still gonna be fucking fat.
I mean, is she? We haven't seen her in a long time.
She gonna come back. She's like, I had my own fucking. I don't need two bodies anymore. They're like, what the fuck did you need two bodies for?
Honestly, you're not wrong, dude.
Come on. He needed to change because he needed to fight with this other body. She needed to do it for what?
Not that Crystal, but the hot Crystal. She did come back, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, she probably just gave up that body fucking altogether. We're not in high school anymore, dude. This became got a high school with that kind of shit. Lookism became gang wars. That's what it is. There's no like high school setting. We barely see Zoe anymore, which is fucking a travesty. But yeah, she comes back. So until like, fuck, I hope we see the other bodies again, dude. Because it looks like Skinny Daniel is just fucking losing his mind little by little. The more the story progresses.
Now that you got me thinking about fucking Zoe, dude, like, let's just talk about side characters that don't matter for a second. Fucking Zoe, she had a fat fetish by the end of it. The next time that she sees Small Daniel, number one, she won't recognize him because she's fucking dumb and she never does. And number two, she's going to call him Piggy. He's going to be like, what?
Fuck?
And she's going to be like, I'm not attracted to you anymore.
What the fuck did you say to me? You know Vinjin, the dude with the glasses?
Oh, yeah, he's my favorite.
Yeah, so
yeah.
we got his whole backstory and shit.
Oh, yeah,
It's pretty cool. Speaking of, like, side characters who don't really matter, Mary Kim.
Dude,
Yeah.
she's great.
Dude.
She does matter.
I know, but, like, we see where she gets fucking, what is it, 5-second knockout Mary or whatever her name is?
Oh,
Yeah, her,
yeah.
nickname. So she was like I'm just gonna fucking spoil it. So she was like a judo master.
Oh, no, wait, really quick before you spoil it. I remember that they talked about this beforehand. I'm not caught up to where you are, but let me just kind of just drop some facts down. I know that he's from the Bay or whatever the fuck, and that over there he was in a gang.
You're not wrong. It's the Bay.
He had a bunch of friends, and like he was in a group or whatever, and then like some shit happened, and they all fucking flaked on him or whatever, and then I think that they all turned on him when Hostel was about to get fucked. And I remember that was where they talked about his backstory a little bit. So fill me in on what I'm missing.
I'm just going to talk about Mary Kim. So Mary Kim was like a judo master, so she's basically nobody could touch her in the high school. She was fat Mary Kim.
Yo, I need to watch. I need to read.
And now looking at her now, I'm like, damn, bro, like, I wonder what happened. It would have been cool if she stayed the same, but like, I don't know. Something must have happened. It's weird, like, because they kind of left it alone. Of course, like, boys being boys, they make fat jokes, and she fucks them up. They never really said why, like, she lost all the weight, which is, well, I don't know. It's not weird to me. It's just like, it's a cool little detail from their past. But that whole Chong Lang arc is fucking phenomenal, dude. Up there with Hostel, honestly. Get back into reading it. We don't have to do the fucking review. We could just talk about it. That's it.
Dude, now that you talk about my favorite character, I am going to reread. Because I fucking love that dude. And I always thought that dude was definitely a hitter.
Dude, Vin is a top tier hitter. I fucking forgive him for his attitude now, dude. It's so cool. I love him.
Dude, I don't. I love the way he's such a fucking cunt, honestly. Dude.
Hey, within reason, though. It's crazy. It's within reason, too. It's insane.
If we put him in the power bracket, bro, look, Daniel had to get 3 or 4 fucking upgrades, right? With his last one that I can recall being with this training that he had, with this Buddha dude or whatever the fuck. Like
is it Daniel?
What is it? No, not Daniel.
Zach.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of
talking about Zach and the Iron Fortress.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Zach the loser. I did drop his name. Shit, but there are some characters that just don't go through training, jumps, just come back and are just like, all right, I'm fucking going back into day one status, you know what I mean? And he's definitely one of those people.
Yeah.
Like, I would say Vasco is still probably number one when
OP.
it comes to strength.
Yeah, he's just OP.
That's what I'm saying. He's number one when it comes to P.
Yeah.
But I would put Vin a solid number 2 or a solid number 3 under him. Like when it comes to terms of like innate strength and
who's in the
like,
bracket
out of the 6. Okay, it's going to just compose of the six, the main six.
Who's the main six?
There's Daniel in his fake body, right? There's Vasco. There's Zach. What's his name? Zach's friend. What's his fucking name?
Zach's friend.
Fucking God Dog.
Yeah, the dog. God Dog. Yeah.
Oh, Johan.
Johan, there you go. Thank you.
Well, you're talking about the 6 from the school, though. I don't think they count Johan.
They don't, but I'm including him just because he does show up and ends up as assisting a lot. You know, they're not always on the same side, but they're kind of on the same side, to be fair. He's on his own side, but they're always like...
So then it'd be Eli and Vin.
They're always like intermingling a lot.
The last two would be Eli and Vin. Dude, honestly...
Eli.
And it's just like, Eli got the fucking...
Not
what
Jay?
is it? The training through Tiger.
Oh fuck!
Jay, when
maybe
was the
it
last
might
time
be
we saw Jay,
okay. It might be 7
like
then
Jay,
because you threw in Johan, and Johan doesn't even go to the school. He doesn't even go here, so it's like, it might.
I would have
be,
to replace him
Jay.
for the.
And plus, Eli doesn't go to the school either.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He's like in the beauty department, no? Beauty
No,
department?
he left. Remember?
Oh no, he just left for
dropped out.
hostel.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, wasn't he like originally the member of the 6 or whatever the fuck?
No,
Jay. Jay is just like the very quiet rich dude.
No,
he knows how to fight, but
I'm
he's
talking
not
about Eli.
a fighter. Oh, Eli, yeah, he didn't quit.
The 6 they moved around a lot.
Look,
I
here's
guess.
my list, right? Here's my list. It's fucking Daniel, right? Current Daniel, which is skinny fat Daniel, small fat. Zach, Vasco, Vin, Jay, and then from there, if I'm forgetting anybody else from the school, let me know. But from there, I'm gonna branch out to
The bully,
Oh, Logan.
the one that we forget.
Logan.
Yeah, is that his name?
The
dude
fat
that
guy,
followed
the
Daniel
huge motherfucker.
from...
Yeah, I'm not
the
counting
beginning?
him. I'm counting the actual fucking good guys, not Jungu's secret friends. And then from there it was Eli, and then Jake Kim, Johan. So that's 8. And if I were to I would put Vinjin at the bottom 4. I'm sorry, dude. Maybe
You better be
top of the bottom 4. All right, I'll give you that. But yeah, I feel like everybody else, like Jake Kim, within fucking the past arcs, has fucking gotten big ups on my list, dude. Insane, like the power scaling.
Oh, Jake. Well, yeah, he's the mob boss now.
Yeah.
he's gotta be like that.
Yeah, and Vasco kind of plateaued, but he's fucking gradually getting there though. Like he was OP, but he's getting a shit rock too much for me to actually like say that he's
Right.
super OP. He's just, I don't know, needs a better technique, or needs Breakdax like Forbidden Skill number 2 or whatever.
What is it, like on a losing streak?
If honestly, dude, it feels like it. Like every time he shows up, yeah, he does Breakdax skills, and then he gets popped in the face a couple times too hard, and then he's like
Yeah.
blacks out. Don't get me wrong, he's
But
got heart, but it's like the power
like the same
scaling
thing
is
with Zach,
ridiculous.
right?
Yeah, exactly. But like I feel like with Zach, it's crazy because he's definitely the underdog of everybody. And that Iron Fortress technique that he got from the Buddhist was kind of helped him a lot. I'm not gonna lie. The whole act of being Zen while taking damage it's kind of helping him, since he is getting hit a lot. So he might as well like just absorb the damage if he can't not get hit. Damn, maybe Zach would be bottom tier. I don't know, because he did fucking like grow a lot.
You're just counting them based on growth, or how many times they come up in fights,
Or how many
not?
times? I'm basing it on like how many times they're like getting their
Yeah,
shit
look
rocked, or how
yeah,
long
look
it
at the-
takes for them to get their
You
shit
gotta look
rocked.
at the stats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like right now,
honestly, I don't.
right now it's a good time because the chapters or the arc right now, it's called the Hunt for Gun. So you already know the power scaling is getting put to test right now. It might be revised.
They talk about Gun the entire series. The man is the ceiling.
Yeah, but
You
yeah.
surpassing Gun is like you having to be on another level.
Oh yeah, dude. Gun definitely is the ceiling. If not him, then Tom. But Gun is fucking up there.
They talk about the first generation a lot too.
Yeah.
So I feel like if Gun is slightly under the first generation, then there's only very few spaces that our characters are moving towards before they basically get to that same point.
I'm telling you guys right now, I think it's one of the peaks right now.
I think when I finish Viral Hit, I'm gonna hop on to Lookism.
Yeah.
You should also check out Windbreaker before it finished.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, is that ending
Is that one
too?
long?
It's
Yes.
pretty long, man.
It's like, isn't it like 500 chapters?
God, guys, because I'm still trying to read that real estate agent one that a friend told us about.
Oh,
yeah.
dude. How far are you on that?
Like a
That's
couple
a great
chapters,
series,
dude.
bro. I fucking love it.
Yeah, I like top picks for me was viral hit 99% match, and then second place with 98% match is Windbreaker. They already know, man. Oh, that's crazy. Tower of God hit fourth place with 92%.
I need to get into season 2 already because, episode 6, which is the next one coming out as of this recording, freaking Yurik Mizuno and Bam are about to fight.
That shit's gonna look so sick, dude. I doubt we'll get as far as the train. I think that we'll probably go up as far as the Hell Floor, because there's a lot to cover.
No, Hellfloor is, I guess, is Hellfloor before?
Urek?
Before the train?
Oh,
Yeah.
before the train? Isn't
I
it
thought it was
during?
after the train.
I thought it was during. I thought like the train stopped there and then they took off again. I feel like there were some stops on the train. No,
I think you're right.
Because I remember they meet Joe first. They don't meet Joe. They meet the other guy. The guy who does the paintings. The guy who's, the Fisher guy. The guy with the eye.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's his name? It starts with an
yeah.
H.
Yeah.
Coben. I don't know, dude.
And then they meet Joe. Wait. If he's fighting...
It's Hockney, isn't it?
Hockney. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is his name.
I remember where they have to be at right now. Yeah, they're
Yeah, he's
looking
in the
for that
whale.
egg or whatever, right?
The flower.
Yeah, okay. I remember now.
There's so much.
It's fucking
there's
sick, dude. Yeah,
so
I would like
much-
to see that
There's
animated.
so much bullshit happening at the same time in Tower of God, dude.
According to the wiki, they have it bracketed off.
I need that map, in that One Piece map where it shows their heads in one part and then some other heads in the other
Oh,
part.
yeah.
I need that kind of
We
shit.
need that for Tower.
Yeah.
So for season 2, where they're at right now is like around the 30 chapters. After that is the workshop battle, which I think is where they're going to end season 2, just because of how much is in the workshop. And then after that's the Hell Train. In the middle of the Hell Train arc is where they go to the Floor of Death.
In the middle of the train arc?
Okay.
Yeah, because it does stop there.
Okay.
And then they go back on.
Okay.
And then they go into the virtual world.
The hidden floor.
How about that? I remember something from Tower of God. That's insane.
Oh, that's right. They had to take... Well, they had to take the train because it was faster, but also because the Hell Floor, it gets skipped because of the administrator's dead. But they had to go to that floor because that's where the other
The thorn was.
thorn piece was at.
Okay.
That's also where we get to see the first time where two swords are used at the same time.
Oh, and one
Oh, yeah,
person.
yeah,
that was awesome. Green April and Black March.
Green,
Yeah, buddy,
Green
that
Apple,
was
Black
awesome.
Mark. I fucking love when they talk to each other and they're just like,
Just
"Oh, this
fucking
dumb
catty,
bitch."
just biting at each other. It's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Just
and they're
you
like,
fucking.
oh, hey, Bam, we like you. We'll hang out with you.
Oh, for Bam? I guess we'll get along.
I guess we'll join his harem. Yeah.
Who had colorless December?
Dude, I don't even know, man. You could be making that
What?
shit up
You're
right now.
bringing
dude.
that-
It's
That's not even.
That's
that hasn't
not
even
even
shown up
here,
in the
bro.
series.
no. She was also there. She was also there.
Yeah, you're talking about
She's-
the Coon Princess.
The nice one, not the bad one.
Yeah, the older one. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we don't see her use colorless December.
No, we don't see her use it, but I just remember that she was there.
Does it talk to her?
I think it does.
I think we
but I
see the
think we see
personification, don't we?
What I remember is I think it's Gerry, right? Gerry,
Yuri.
Yuri.
Yuri. Yeah, Yuri uses both. Yuri uses both swords, and she's going crazy. And then what's her face shows up, and she's like, "Oh, you used both?" And then she like stops her really quick.
If you can get Yuri Ha, get that image of that hand passing a blunt, right? But Photoshop the blunt out and put Black March in there. Like she's passing it to Bam or something. I don't know, man. I just saw another thumbnail and I'm like, autism's working right now.
Yeah, it's Macheni.
Oh, Macheni Kun.
Yeah.
That's Kun's sister, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, she used to be a Zahat princess, I think was the deal, right? But she's not anymore.
Who's the evil one
that?
then?
But that's not the same
Who's the
one.
bitch?
No, Mechani is the evil one.
Yeah, Macheni's
Macheni?
the evil one, isn't
Is the
it?
evil one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she.
Yeah.
So she has.
No, but hold on. Danny just said it. It wasn't a. I said that she looked like a Kun.
They all look the same,
But
dude.
I think her last name was Ha.
No,
I think she was a Ha
Macheni's
sister.
a Coon.
Because look, this girl that we're talking about is Ank's aunt. This is who we're talking about. The one that we saw on the Hell Floor. She's the actual biological sister to Ank's mom, the owner of Green April.
Anak?
You said she's a Ha?
She's not a Ha. No.
No, what was Ank's mom's name?
Anox?
What was her family? Yeah, Anox.
Oh,
What was
Anok's
her mom's
mom?
name?
She was suited to be a princess, but she couldn't because she had a child.
Right. She had a
Yeah.
child. She was kicked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
her sister was the person I'm talking about, the one that we see there.
Okay, they are technically sisters because they're princesses, but they're not actual sisters.
Her name is actually Anak Zahard, and she took her mother's name.
Yeah. We don't see colorless December.
Yeah.
And I think a different sister has
She
it
has
because,
Green April. She had Green April.
I don't know, that's all blog lore. That's not even in the series yet, right? Yeah, so I think Workshop Battle is going to be the end of season 2 for the anime. I think that's pretty solid because just of how much coverage there is. I think they'll have enough episodes to do it all. And we also, I guess they teased Karaka, and then I'm gonna guess all of Hell Train is gonna be season 3,
Holy shit.
or maybe season 3 and 4, just because there's just so much there. Jesus, it's also on the wiki. It says it starts at chapter 111 and it ends at 3:15, and then they go to the last station, and then that's the end.
You
of
guys
season
fucking
2.
lied to me. You guys just fucking lied to me. I just looked it up
What?
right now. Machini has Yellow May.
You lied to yourself.
You
What
asked
are you
about
talking
colorless December. Oscar, somebody kick this dude.
Colorless December was any. You just told me it was Machini.
You asked who had it, and then you brought up it was whoever was on the floor of death, and that's Macheni. She was on there, and then I just said a few minutes ago I don't think she has it because we don't see it.
Okay.
I don't think we have yet to see only in like I think a flashback or whatever I saw on the wiki here. Its
Sorry.
owner is Eurasia Zahard, and she sealed away with it.
Eurasia Blossom.
Tower is such a very, very, very big universe.
It's so big that if you want to learn more, you literally have to either read the wiki or you go to his official blog site and read it from there. Which I don't know if he still updates it.
Was the blog site just like light novel chapters or something?
No, that's he would just do lore dumps on there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely necessary to kind of grasp things.
That's how we only know about some characters that are just literally too OP for the series that haven't shown up yet.
Like the dude who killed the administrator.
Yeah, so that irregular.
The dude who created the Health War. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's like another irregular that's like he can just change reality or something insane. I forget what it is.
Is that somebody that they just recently talked about?
No, this has been known a long time. Phantomanium is his name.
Was he introduced something early? Oh, 57.
He has the number 1 rank in the tower. Yeah, so he's what SIU calls an Axis being, and that he's basically, as described, he's a quote-unquote author or god of this one story in the universe. Yeah, he's able to write things that can't be changed or erased. Yeah, and also remember, Tower of God itself it's actually technically a spin-off from a main thing, from a main universe that he was creating that we haven't even seen yet.
So this is basically going to branch out into a more expanding universe by the time he decides that he wants to finish Tower.
Yeah, who knows if we'll ever see it, because, Tower's just still going.
Fuck, man, yeah, it's a ride. Definitely a ride. We came a long way. I'm almost fucking...
Last thing I'll say on my end is I was lucky enough for my coworker to give me the alpha code for 2XKO. That's the League Fighter from Riot. It can be fun when you're not being obliterated. It was like the first day I'm in there, and I'm getting whooped very hard with these long combo strings, and I'm like, it just came out, guys. How are you doing all this stuff? It's a tag fighter, so that's, what to expect. But yeah, it's cool. It's simple fighting game. Light, medium, heavy. You have your tag, you have your 2 special attacks. There's no, like, quarter circle inputs and stuff. It's just, like, even the supers, it's just down, and one of the special buttons. For the first few matches I was doing, it was a lot of, like, 2v1s, or where you can control one character, someone else gets the other one. So that wasn't too bad. There's definitely a meta with the big, strong characters, and the amount of damage they do is insane. They feel broken at times, but then I have to keep reminding myself, it's just an alpha. they'll work
They'll
out these
fix it.
kinks and stuff. Yeah,
That's right. Hold your cries.
yeah. But no, I mean it's cool.
Fuck it, dude. Get those bread and butters.
Yeah, man.
Are there mechanics to break out of combos? Like, do you have like,
there's
wall breaks or?
It's like in normal tags. Like if you're in a combo string, you can break out of it, or like use an assist ability to break out of it, and then you could switch from there. So just like kind of like typical stuff you would expect.
Yeah, at least it's not like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 where you're getting fucking slaughtered.
No, I mean I have seen touch of death combos. Yeah, I mean honestly, if you just get your timing right, you can keep comboing off of like certain specials and just keep going. The one thing that's annoying is on wake up, it's like you have to block immediately, or like you don't have enough time to attack because like every time I get up, I always get hit or I always get grabbed, and the grabs in this game are so fast. Like there's not even enough time to like react to it. It's not like in Tekken and like Street Fighter to where like like at the start of the animation you can cancel it. It's like if you get grabbed, that's it. You're getting grabbed.
Oh, there's no grab cancel?
No, the only time there's a grab cancel is if you do it at the same time. That's the only time.
You had to think about grabbing him the same time you did.
But I mean, it's cool. There's only 6 characters right now. It's a good mix of like types of characters. You got the traps, you got the heavies, you got the fast-paced
Your
ones, a lot of
zoners.
setups. Yeah.
Your jobbers.
Yeah, so it's fun. I'm looking forward to like seeing the official launch for this and like how many characters they're going to be in the roster, and with the free to play aspect, how are we going to have all the characters available?
Who's making this game?
Riot.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty good job.
Oh, Radiant is the studio. Radiant Entertainment. They've done Rising Thunder and Stonehearth. This is gonna be huge, man, because this is like the first real big free to play fighting game.
That would be something, man. I think that when we think of free to play like entertainment games, we get like party games, like Multiversus. It's not. I wouldn't call it like a true 1-to-1 fighting game, especially because I think that now Multiversus has added like items and stuff like that, so it's a little different.
They?
But yeah, that would be something. I think a lot of people would get into it for sure.
Yeah, and plus like it's League. There's so many iconic characters or whatever in that series.
All right, I don't know where to go with this. Shadow the Hedgehog, made by our favorites, Koro Koro Comic, which made Doraemon and also the Pokemon manga. I think it might be a silly one, but it says it might follow a story as well, so we got some lore to come into.
Did you see the artwork that got shown off?
Was that official artwork? I might have seen a little bit. If that was official, I'm ready for it because it looks really good. I saw Shadow and Sonic just fucking stand. They were okay, so they're like little chibi models, just fucking standing like fucking delinquents. I remember seeing that, but I don't know if that was official.
Yuki Imada. I guess is that gonna be the mangaka for this? Yeah, Yuki Imada's the mangaka, and they shared a drawing of Shadow, which is cool, but that's not what I saw. Oh, wait, yeah, here it is.
Dude, this art style looks exactly like the one Game Boy game, the one Sonic game. What is it, Sonic Rivals?
Sonic Battle's fucking awesome, dude. I missed that game.
Sonic Battle looks so fucking lit, dude.
That's straight up Sonic Battle fucking model. Yep. That's the one. Those are the ones.
See, it matches Sonic Battle, bro. Shit looks so sick, bro. I'm so glad you told me about this shit right now.
Okay, so this mangaka has done 2 other mangas. One of them is called Mini 4 King. I'm just looking at it, and it's a shonen series about model car racing, like in Yakuza 0. So I think we have the right people working on this.
I would be so down to fucking read that.
They got the wacky Yu-Gi-Oh hairstyles
customized
too. Hell yeah!
I got one piece of good news for you, Danny.
Oh,
I shared it a little while ago. The studio that ended up working on what is it? Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh yes.
Tango. They got saved. They got bought out. So they got bought out by I don't want to say bought out, but they got bought by I think it's the publisher who did PUBG, Krafton. So Krafton ended up acquiring Tango Works, GameWorks. Hopefully they're gonna be continuing with more projects. I think they've also confirmed that they were going to be continuing development for current properties. So, like Ghostwire Tokyo, Evil Within, and Hi-Fi Rush, they might still end up doing
that was the same studio for High Rise?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo and Evil Within. Ghostwire didn't do so well, right? I think it dropped like last year or the year before. Is this the one? Ghostwire Tokyo?
Yeah, it came out 2 years ago.
I think it was okay, but I don't think it was like super well received.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing much about it. I think my favorite tweet from this announcement was from Pat, Pat Sturzat. He just retweeted the news and he just said, Microsoft is so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that, yeah, they did Evil Within, okay game, right? Evil Within 2, friggin' way better game. But then Hi-Fi Rush comes out, looks awesome. It's a game for gamers. It wins all these awards. And Microsoft says, we have to shut you down. And when they get asked in an interview why they did that, they just said a bunch of nothing words and avoided the question.
Oh, a bunch of fucking cowards.
So I'm pretty behind on all the podcasts I listen to, but like for Castle Super Beast, they were talking about the early news for this. It's like, somebody pointed out that statistically wise, Microsoft has closed more studios in the past year and a half than they've released games.
It's just fucking business.
Yeah,
I guess.
But no, that's great. That's great that those people are still going to be making games that they want to make. Hopefully they just keep that streak going with Hi-Fi Rush.
If they decide to do another project for that's probably going to be really well received. I like to think that there are some improvements that can be made on like a rhythm game. Like there's always room to add something one way or another for rhythm games. That's why they can do so many iterations of like DJ Max or fucking they don't do DDR anymore, but like things like DDR,
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that would be a game changer. Imagine if they came out with a project that involved using a dance pad, basically repurpose the dance pad. You know what I mean? Like that would also be something. Bringing that shit back, people would eat that shit up.
I mean, hey, we're not using the actual equipment, but if Epic Games can bring back Guitar Hero through Fortnite, we could bring back the dance pads. Absolutely.
Last thing to leave you with, just so you could think about this. Did you know that there was a Mario DDR game? Came out for GameCube. I remember my friend, he had this game. He was really good at this game. He played it a lot.
Mario Mix. I've seen this hard ass image before.
This was a crazy ass game.
I've seen the Bowser level for this or whatever.
Hard images.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Remember they used to make games? Remember that?
Yeah, man.
This was to make games.
This pose of Mario was his answer to Sonic's pose.
Yeah.
This is insane, man.
Wave for wave, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Game recognized game, bro.
I know. I just saw a clip of, I think it was a Tony Hawk game. I'm pretty sure it was, where like the guest character in there was Wolverine, and he had like custom animations to where like you go up the ramp and then he kicks the skateboard up and then he catches it with his claws and brings it back before he lands. It's like, that's... And like, like Snake skateboarding or freaking one of the Ape Escape monkeys in Metal Gear. Like, come on.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater,
Spidey,
bro.
Man. Fucking Gene Simmons from Kiss.
Yeah.
That game probably jump started a lot of mods' careers. I just have to guess because that game has to be so prevalent for so many people's childhoods that having to play as any of your favorite fucking characters on a skateboard is just the fucking tits. God, that shit gets me hyped up, man.
Freaking in Spiral Year of the Dragon, the whole skateboarding section, I was in there for hours back in the day. Think I gave a damn about the dragon eggs? No, watch this fucking kickflip. Yeah, we need more cool crossovers again, man. Come on.
I'm looking at you, Helldivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, too, I got a lot of games that I need to go back and finish. I didn't finish Like a Dragon, number 8.
Finish 3,
so I gotta go back and finish that.
Fuck.
Yeah, I have to play 6. I've been trying to play Shadow Warrior, try to keep going back to it, because if not, I'm just going to be playing Tekken all the time.
I know. Huh?
And by playing, I mean play a couple matches and then spend the rest of the time in
Rage.
Character Creator.
Oh,
or
that's
rage
me.
too. Yeah.
No, I'm the one raging. Plus, shit just gets to me, man.
I just want to have fun, dude. Like,
no.
Like, who cares about quick play? How about fun play? Can we have that as a mode?
I'm like halfway done with this audiobook for book 3 of the Wheel of Time.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, so the story's moving now. So
dude, that finale's something, man.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. I had another friend of mine who's reading the Mistborn series. She just finished the first book and she started crying. So that's gonna be that's awesome, dude. Just because, like, just her telling me this stuff, it just reminded me I gotta fucking go back and read the third book. Just so, like, just because everything is still kind of fresh in my head. I just gotta, like, I gotta finish it. Wheel of Time can wait. It has, like, fucking, how many more do I have left? Like 7 books?
There's 15 books
God,
in total.
Fucking 12 books left. All right, yeah.
One book is a prequel. I mean, you don't necessarily need it, but it is nice to read, and it's a lot shorter. But yeah, I would say you could take your time, especially when you start getting towards like books 7 through 10. You don't have to rush it like I was doing.
Dude, book 3 is 24 hours, right? Straight through.
Yeah.
Book 4 is 40 fucking hours, man.
I think word count, that one is the longest or second longest.
And a lot of those fucking words are repeated all the time. You know how many times, dude? Oh my god, I fucking get what you said when he's like, he just has to hammer in fucking certain details. Because like at one point, Rand was doing like a fucking inner monologue, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. Yes, move on. Come on, let's go. He's eating a piece of bread, having like the fucking same monologue to himself over like the past couple books. I'm like, I get it, man. You're the one reborn. Stop fucking denying it. Just
light the bonfire. Bonfire.
I mean, you're not. That's kind of accurate.
Better seek less.
Do they have one of those things in the back of the book? The fucking
nope.
The glossary.
Oh yes.
You can just refer back to certain words and pages, like in textbooks.
Okay, there is a glossary. I'm not the biggest fan of it because when I try to look something up every single time in those books, I'm like, wait, what was this again? And I look it up, and it's the one thing that's not in the back. And I was like, what's the point, guys?
What are you talking about? Like,
what do you mean?
What are we talking about? Like concepts, characters, things?
Like yeah, characters, or like they reference something, and I'm like, oh, what was that again? Like, cause like that was like 2 books ago, and so I flipped to the back, and I'm like, it's alphabetical. I'm looking, I'm like, oh, maybe they're using this. I'm like,
that's
it's just not there.
That's something I don't get out of the audiobooks. That's fucking cool. It would get annoying if like every time you're like, oh, I wonder who the fuck was that? Oh, of course he's not here. I'm glad I'm reading this though. See, the first book was like Lord of the Rings, but now it became something more, and that's fucking cool.
Yes, yeah, that's the coolest part about the series. It really is unique and does its own thing.
It's a good thing I haven't seen Lord of the Rings, so that I won't take away what you just said from that.
Ooh, that's
I'll just read it, and it'll be
big
my
dog.
own thing.
That's the watch party. If you got fucking 4 hours to kill, dude, we can watch one movie.
I thought we had to go. Isn't all 3 movies like in one?
No,
Topher Grace, didn't he make a Lord of the Rings edition, or is that Star Wars?
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace, the actor?
Yeah, I think
Chris
he made
Topher Grace.
Not Christopher Grace, just Topher Grace.
I'm sorry. I was listening to a podcast.
Oh, it was Star Wars.
Oh, he did one for Star Wars? That's crazy.
Wait, what did he do for Star Wars?
He made Topher Grace edited all 10 Star Wars movies into one. Calls it Star Wars Always.
So I have it. It's the Tolkien edit for The Hobbit, where this guy, I haven't seen it yet, but it's 4.5 hours long, and it's basically all 3 movies spliced into one, trying to be as accurate to the one book as possible.
I don't know. You don't really need to see The Hobbit in order to watch it. It's like if you want more adventure, I guess, dig into The Hobbit, but it's all right.
All right, we got some questions today. The email is unversedpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you, Mark, as always, for sending a question. And he says today, what's a TV show or a game or like a series in general that managed to be consistently great from the first episode all the way to the end?
Red Dead Redemption. All of that shit could have been a Netflix series for all I care, and I would have still watched it hands down, up and down, left and right, inside and out. That game was phenomenal. I didn't play Revolver.
I started playing Red Dead Redemption, the first one, and I was like, "This is pretty cool, you know, cowboys." But there's actual substance behind this fucking story, and that's actually something I kind of want to replay because I was younger back then. Now that I'm older now, I kind of want to relive all of John Marston's story and a bit of his son, because at the end, you know, fucking.
Oh,
that's where the real Red Dead Redemption happens. Yeah, we're like in the first game, you know how John Marston gets lit up by the
yeah, the
yeah, there's a different word. I forgot what it was, but yeah, so they light him up, and then you finish or you continue the game as his son. The whole point of it, like, you get like these little side missions that are kind of mandatory in order to move along with the story. Basically, just leading up to you killing the head of the Pinkertons. But he's like retired, and he's the one who ordered the hit out on John Marston. So.
Oh, right, because he didn't keep his arrangement.
Yeah,
I remember
exactly.
now, because this is the same dude from Red Dead 2.
Exactly,
yeah. It's great. That's a good answer, honestly. It never missed, bro. I don't, other than honestly doing the side quests, like skinning animals, doing the legendary stuff, the main game itself, the plot, the main missions, I never got bored of that.
The plot was insane, but honestly, like, I'm the opposite. The side missions as well. Like, I'm not talking about, like, just going and skinning. Like, when you actually go talk to the NPCs in the world, and they just give their little bit of their wisdom to John or Arthur, whoever you're playing as, and like, you help them out, and it's like, these are some real fucking people. Like, it feels like it. They're of course, they're like NPCs, and they're probably not real, but this feels like some actual human interactions between these people. Like with Rockstar, like, their whole thing is about like how goofy but how realistic can we make it. It shows a lot in their Grand Theft Auto games with the different NPCs and how fucking insane, how fucking crazy they are. With Red Dead, it puts them in more of like a humanistic perspective, where like they're just people trying to fucking live in a world where like longevity isn't absolute. You can die at any fucking moment, and everybody just feels more real because of that. I was thinking about that moment where the whole posse, Arthur Morgan and Dutch and everybody else, were just walking up on that mansion in the middle of the night, about to just shoot the place up, dude.
Oh, the end of Act 2?
Oh,
yeah,
my
dude.
God, bro.
You're talking about the what is it? The plantain owner, right?
Yes, the plantation owner. Yeah,
yes,
bro. Where all of them, they just walked up to the house, and oh my God, rifles drawn.
Yeah, Danny, cannot recommend Red Dead.
I know that's not your kind of game, dude, but fuck, man, the lore, I mean, the story, and like the little interactions are great, man.
I think you have a good mindset of playing shit games that you don't want to play, that you do anyway, just so that you can platinum it. I think that you could force yourself to play a AAA game and end up enjoying it.
No,
I don't
but
think there's anything wrong with that.
I feel like Danny's a real game playing type of game where like he's more.
It takes.
I feel like he's more rooted in the real world. He can be immersed easily.
Yeah, I don't know. I never gave Red Dead a chance, so I don't know.
You seem like a pretty patient person. I would say give it time, but you need to make time for yourself. If this is
so yeah, that's the thing, right? Is I own Ghost of Tsushima, right? I've had it for a long time. Same thing with Horizon. The main reason I never played those games when I bought them was because it's like, oh, I know these are games I have to like put time in. I'm doing a bunch of other shit. Like, I don't have time to really sit down and play those kind of lengthy games. Unless it's like a game that I really want to play, right? Like when Ragnarok dropped, I'm like, oh, of course I'm going to, day one play that and like try to beat it, because it's like I've been looking forward to this.
We treat it like we treat games like Ragnarok or Elden Ring. Like we pick it up, we don't put it down. That's like our main focus. That is the same kind of energy that you would want to bring to these kind of games.
Yeah.
But Ghost of Tsushima is a perfect example.
I agree with Oscar.
You give it 1 hour, 1.5 hours, like at that point you're already in. You've already seen most parts of the beginning and what would get you into the game in itself. Like that's all crucial. I agree with you. These days, I would just say, like, I don't even think that you really have to plan it. Engross yourself in like a good amount of it, because a lot of it is just going to be cinematic. You're going to get that same kind of energy that you got with Ragnarok. whatever kind of headspace and schedule you put yourself in to do all of that, which honestly is just being real with you. A real gamer just ignores their schedule and just ignores every priority that they got to do that. So whenever you got the energy to do that, give it a try. Just that's my recommendation, right? Literally, save it for a rainy day when your shit gets canceled.
Yeah, but basically you're saying, like, are you a real gamer or not? For me, for a video game, No More Heroes 1 is like a recent example for me. Like, from the start until the end, I'm like, yeah, this game fucking rocks, man. Like, this is awesome. It's like, I didn't care if I had to grind like mowing the lawn or like doing whatever. Like, just the style, everything about that game was so awesome. I usually get this feeling more so with mangas, especially like if it's a manga, I'm like, oh, this is good because I just binged it because I didn't want to put it down. It was that good. Mm-hmm. The most recent one is Zom 100.
Oh, you read it?
Yeah, I'm caught up. I'm like one chapter behind. But yeah, as soon as I picked that manga up from chapter 1 to when I caught up, I was like, I did not want to put it down. It was so good. It's just like fun, high energy. You know, all the characters are great. It's just a slice of life manga. It's like, oh, there just happen to be zombies. And the main character is like so plus of energy that he's like, I'll just be the superhero of this world and save people. And like it's just fun. It was really good. Definitely recommend that.
Yeah, I did watch the show. That is a great series. I agree. Like his outcome on energy, the whole reason why he's so fucking hyped is so real. And I feel like, Jerry, if you haven't already seen it, like episode 1, you would immediately vibe. You would immediately vibe with this guy just on such a real fucking vibe. His whole energy comes from the fact that the world ended and he no longer has to go back to work. Like, he just doesn't get to go back to his super shit job anymore. All of a sudden, he has, like, all the energy in the world to, like, fucking jump over buildings. Not literally jump over buildings, but, like, jump from roof to roof and, like, just, you know, like, meet his friends and just, like, I'm gonna go see my mom. Like, you know, just, like, fucking...
Yeah.
just take care of his shit and just be real cool and awesome. And, yeah, his outlook on life is really great. It's definitely something that I would definitely check out. Well, I think I have an answer for each one. Like, TV show, I think consistently Shin-Chan. Like, Shin-Chan is a show that I can watch any episode and I can watch them repeatedly and it would just always still be funny to me. I don't see them very often, but shows that are just like, that are given the opportunity to just like do whatever with like dubbing, you know, like Ghost Stories. I always recommend Ghost Stories to you guys. That is another show that I would recommend, like from beginning to end, like all 26 episodes. Watch that show and watch the English dub for that show. You're gonna love it. Like, there's no episode that isn't a good episode. Shit, dude, video games. I don't know if favorite falls in line with this question. I don't think it's really the same, but it's just like something that was really consistent is what I would consider one of like my favorites, like something that I would revert back to. I guess if that makes sense, right? I'm always like a big fan of like the JRPGs. The Tales games always does this really good. One of the main games that I picked up when I was a kid came out for the 360. It was called Tales of Vesperia. This is a really good game. Like, it's good plot. It came out at just the right time because by this point they had already had a couple of successful titles under their belt. They had Tales of Symphonia. By the time Tales of Symphonia came out on the GameCube, there was the Japanese re-release that came out on the PS2. Then they, you know, had all this other stuff. They did Tales of the Abyss. Those games got a lot of money. So they were going in, like, a good direction of, like, wanting to experiment with all these different kinds of battle styles. Tales of Vesperia is a very simple game when it comes to this. They didn't experiment too much where it became, like, I want to say one of those games where, like, everything is on the screen and it's just, like a really fucked up UI, if that makes sense, or like a very like complicated like a battle game. Like, can you just imagine a game that you just dropped for a while and then picked up, and it's like when you try to like relearn the controls, you would want to like remember at least like some of the more simpler things. But some of the later games, like you really just like can't remember shit. Like, you can remember the basics, but then you're like, I don't remember how to do combos, I don't remember how to do specials, or, you know, like how like certain effects work in battle, because they just try to throw so much at you. But Tales kept it really simple. Like, Tales of Vesperia, anyway, kept it really simple. And then the last thing I'll say about that game is, basically, they did think about replayability. Because at the end of the game, what happens is you get graded. There is a currency called grade that you get that accumulates when you do battles. And at the end of the game, you can spend this currency, again, called grade. And you can, like, buy things that you can do on your new playthrough. So, for example, for Vesperia, they added things like, you want to keep your equipment? Cool, that's like 2,000 grade. You want to have 10 times experience every time you do a battle so you can level up faster? 2,000 grade. You want to have 10 times more money, like things like that, right? You want to keep all of your skills, right? So, like, you can basically just spend a whole bunch of grade to do all of these things. So the next time you play the game, it's not like you're starting from jack squat. You know what I mean? You can still carry shit over, and you can enjoy the fact that you put time and energy into it. So the replayability was really big. Yeah. The last thing that I would say, manga-wise, is when I think about the last thing that I binged like that, it was probably Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's not that long, but it's really fucking good. The manga version of that fucking series is really good. I got hooked.
Yeah, it's my favorite version.
That became a hard read, but like to the very end. But I powered through.
His other question was, is there a show or game you've been meaning to try, but you keep putting it off for no reason? Dude, where do I even begin?
Yeah, you have a whole list, dude.
Well, I think you talked... I remember you talked about it for a little bit, but yeah, Blue Samurai was one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only hearing good things. I think Season 2 got announced.
Nice.
So I'm like, yeah, at some point, yeah, I'm going to sit down and watch that.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima for me. Just waiting, waiting for this platinum on Skyrim, and then I'll hop on that one. Kind of taking it slow, taking my backlog slow, not trying to get overwhelmed. I'll hop on Yakuza at one time, but I don't know when. Maybe being on the PC will have me look forward to playing that, because it's right there just staring at me at on the desktop, I don't know about the DLC for Starfield. I can wait on that, honestly. Yeah, that's about it. Just want to swing my sword. I'll do that after slaying some dragons.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shows that I've been putting off for no reason. I've always wanted to watch Sopranos, and I just
me too.
Never watch it. I can literally watch it whenever I want, and I never watch it. Ozarks, that's another one. There are also things that I don't finish either. Like I'm literally in the middle of season 5 of Breaking Bad, and I just haven't brought myself to just finish watching it, just for no reason.
Bro, you still gotta watch El Camino and Better Call Saul.
I still have to finish watching The Last of Us. I stopped at like episode.
You don't have to.
Me too. I'm on the finale. I've been on the finale for like months.
Oh my god, you guys are.
I've been on the finale of Peacekeeper for months too.
Just finish it.
I do want to finish Peacekeeper. Honestly, I like that show. I don't know. I just stopped watching. I just need to watch that last episode already. It's fucking game wise. I bought the Shin-Chan game, the Summer Professor one, that kid game, but I just haven't played it yet. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm doing it justice just playing it on my monitor. I kind of just like want to put it on my TV and like play it with Karina next to me or something, because we both like that show so much. But I'm not expecting anything. It's just an E-rated game, so I'm not going to expect like any adult jokes or anything like that. But still, it's pretty chill vibes, maybe an easy plat. But mostly I don't think I'm going to be into it for the plat. I'm just going to be into it just, to relax. I kind of consider Tekken into this. Like, I'll just, like, I have the battle pass, and I know I need to play the fucking game. I guess I can't say Tekken because there is a reason. I just, like, damn, like, sometimes I'm, like, such a bitch when I think about it. I'm like, I have to go online. I have to fight people.
Yes, you do.
Fuck,
yes,
dude.
you do, bud.
Jins have really been pissing me off lately. So, anyway, Tekken 8 doesn't count, but, yeah, that's all I got. Oh, Monster Hunter. Yeah, I downloaded Wilds. Or, I'm sorry, what is it? Not Wilds. Rise. The Switch game that they ported. They put it on Plus.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Finally, I'm going to fucking play this game. And I made my character. And as soon as I was done, like, I was just kind of going through the tutorial, and I was like, this is boring. I don't want to play this. I got so heartbroken, dude. It was the same fucking vibe I got when I started playing Kingdom Hearts 3. I could not get past Mount Olympus, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, bro. Just fuck you, Sora. I don't want to do this anymore. Does that make me a bad guy? Did I quit? I mean, yeah, I quit, but like, does that make me a bad guy for quitting?
No, I mean, it's probably just one of those things where it's like, oh, it's finally here, but it's just too late.
Yeah, it really was too late.
Just wait till Kingdom Hearts 4, bro. You'll get back in.
Oh boy, I'll have Adam give me the fucking Spark Notes. Because at this point,
Spark
what is it?
Notes.
He's breaking the fucking fourth wall now? Now we're going to start talking about how upset this fucking game makes me. We need to end this episode right now.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap us up for today. Thank you as always. Again, unversedpodcast@gmail.com for any questions. And we'll be sure to bring those up on future episodes. So thank you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.